on your Twitter and stuff a little bit later.
We'll be posting them right after the show.
Yeah, sweet. This is so much fun. I feel like I'm part of the family now because I've talked to you and Evan. Just we need
basically,
to
get
your dad on sometime. I'll be good. I'll be coming over for dinner.
Yeah. He's in another room, so they're listening on the other computer. They're not allowed in here.
Gotcha. You kept him out of the room just in case.
Yeah,
that was strategic.
He'll drive me crazy right now.
It was strategic, right? Okay, so now if you had a chance to sit down and have a cup of coffee. And this could be with anybody throughout history. This could be somebody living, somebody dead. Who would it be?
Wow. It's a really tough one. And I mean, I've been going back and forth in my mind thinking, I think, come to think of it, I think I would sit down with Garth Brooks.
Really? Garth Brooks. I actually had somebody, I was in Nashville on Sunday doing some live interviews. And I think it was, who was it? It was one of the guys that I talked to. He mentioned Garth Brooks. And you were the first two, as many times I've asked that question, that have said Garth Brooks. And it's weird for me that I've had that answer just back to back here lately. But why Garth?
Garth's an amazing performer. And when I do a show, I really hone in on the performance aspect of it. And recently we went and saw him. He was here in Florida. And
you got to go see
blown
him.
Away.
How in the heck did you get tickets? Because they sell out like in 2 seconds.
I was at work, and my boss and I were going back and forth, and I called Evan, and I was yelling at him over the phone while he was at work, telling him that we needed to get tickets immediately. And the first date we were going to go to sold out as I was checking out for that date. So we got the second date, and just happened to get really good seats.
So did you get all evil? Would you get those tickets, or you're going to pay for it?
It was a big mess, but it was fun. We had a good time. It was a good laugh, and I was a little hectic for about 10 minutes.
Sure. Now, did he fall down during that performance?
Not during our performances, no.
Okay, so
no, he did pretty good though. He was climbing on top of a giant rafter thing that went around the drums. Sure. I was really impressed.
He's got to be careful. I mean, he's Garth Brooks, but he's not.
I don't know how he didn't pass out because he was going hard for 2 hours straight, and I'm like, Lord.
Were you taking?
He was very good though. I was
notes?
Really impressed.
Were you taking notes or just soaking it all in?
Absolutely. I mean, I took notes. I soaked every bit of it in, and I had the time of my life, and I want my fans to one day be like that. I want them to come out of my show and be like, wow, that was the best thing I've ever been to.
I'm going to say something.
I mean, there's no one better than him in the business at that, and he really kind of sets the standard for that. So
I think you're right. And I'm going to say this. In country music, in any genre of music, I think, you've got beautiful people that can sing, and you cover both of those.
Thank you.
For sure. Well, you're welcome. But you've almost got to have that one other thing that makes you stand out, that gives people a reason. Yeah, that gives people a reason to say, "Hey, I remember who you are. You're not just another a blonde that I heard sing the other day."
Yeah. You gotta have that something that stands you apart from the crowd, and whether it's a tone in your voice or that one individual look or how you act on stage, or the one bit of attitude or something that one characteristic that it just triggers something in their mind that they like, and you gotta stand apart from it. And a lot of times in music, and you're seeing it a lot more with the younger generation of musicians, getting really into the performance aspect, not just the standing around singing behind a guitar.
Sure.
And that's really what you got to change with the times. And Garth Brooks, like I said, really set the standard for that.
Absolutely. And, and what I was going to bring up with you, one of the things that I've picked up on, and I know the listeners are going to pick up on it as well when they catch it on iHeart and on Stitcher and wherever else, the ones that are listening live now have already come to this conclusion, I'm sure, but you're very relatable. You have a good personality, and I think that needs to be there. It's got to be there, and it's natural for you. I mean, I'm sure with you here talking to me, every listener out there feels like they're talking. You're talking to them.
Yeah, I try to. Since day one, my main goal is I've watched other people that have gotten in this industry, and the thing that scares me more than anything is these people that get consumed by it and they lose touch with who they are. And I don't ever want that to happen to me. I'm a down home. I'm a Florida girl, born and raised, and I'm from the South. I'm very close with my family and my friends, and they're important to me. And there's nothing, I want my fans to feel like they're part of my family or my friends, and there's no reason they shouldn't be. And I just want to keep that very grounded mentality, because there's no reason to not be.
Absolutely. Now, Martin, he's got a question for you. He says, what is your greatest inspiration when you're writing?
My greatest inspiration? I sit there and I think, what happened to me today? What happens to me yesterday? What's going to happen to me tomorrow? And what's going to happen in life that I can relate to? What has happened that other people are going to relate to? And it's really what I think other people are going to see and say, wow, that's happened to me. I know how she feels. Or something that someone's going to sit there and say, yeah, that I'm going through this right now. That's helping me get through something. And that's what really inspires words or a melody or any kind of composition that comes out of me. And I don't really consider myself a very strong writer, but when I do write anything, that's where it comes from, wanting to connect with the people that are listening and what's going to connect.
Sure. And it's good that you're like that, because I think a lot of times musicians, especially ones that have been in the business for a while, I think they forget that a simple song or a melody could just totally turn somebody's life around or day around.
Absolutely. I mean, you hear a song that you haven't heard in 10 years and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing. I forgot about this. And you're instantly excited. And that's the best feeling for me. And I get like this total excitement from a good song or something that just sparks something in me. And I want that for everybody.
What's your definition of success?
Success would be, for me, not anything about money or how many cars you have, how big your house is. It's fan base and feeling the love from your fans and having the security to say, yes, I love you guys back. Thank you so much for everything. And being at that point where it's, I don't really know. Success to me is so...
When you wake up in the morning, do you have a smile on your face?
Absolutely, every morning.
Because you're doing what you love doing already, right?
Precisely, yeah.
So maybe you've
that's
already made it.
That's success to me, and being able to say, hey, I have fans all over the world that love what I'm doing and appreciate what I'm doing. It makes it all worthwhile.
Absolutely. I'm a fan. I'm a fan now.
I appreciate a fan any day.
Yeah. And
I also appreciate JP and Martin that are listening and hanging out and chatting with me.
Hey, they're good guys.
Hey, so far they are. They're talking to me. They should be good guys.
They'll talk you up, too. You better watch them. Evan, you better keep your eye open, too. I mean, I'm just putting that out there. Because they're sneaky.
He's not worried about it. He knows I can handle myself.
Now, before we run out of time, I want to play the last song, and this one happens to be my favorite.
Okay.
And this one's called What a Day.
What a Day to Shake a Heartache, yeah.
Yep. So what's this about?
What's that?
What's this one about?
This one actually was one of the first songs I recorded in Nashville. I'm actually really good friends with one of the co-writers on it, and we've remained friends to this day. And her husband is actually the one that's producing Godwinks now. I just love this song from the day I got it. It's fun, it's upbeat, and everybody's gone through heartbreak and all that silliness that goes along with it, but it's about that day that you just realize, I'm done with worrying about it. I'm done with the anxiety or the crying or the upset, the actual heartbreak part of it. And you're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm over it. I'm just tired of wallowing in sorrow, and I'm ready to get on with my life. And it's about that day that you just click and it's like, okay, it's a new day. I'm ready to go.
Sure, and what a great message. I mean, it's good to have that little time, I guess, of mourning. But then you eventually got to get over it.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't just dwell in things your whole life. You got to get up and get on with your life, and you got to look at it with a positive attitude, or you can look at it with a negative, and I choose to look at it with a positive.
I would give you a hug right now if you were here. All right.
I would hug you right back, darling.
Sweet. I'd hug Evan, too. I don't want Evan to feel left out. What a day. Ashley Baker on the Chris Top program. What a day. I think anybody can relate to that song for sure. Just eventually you got to pick up the pieces and move forwards. That's one of those songs I was talking about. That could just totally turn somebody's day around, just like that.
Absolutely.
So that's good. That's good stuff that you're putting out there.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I feel honored to even know you. I do, just because
I feel honored to know you too.
Well, thank you for that. And I'm not just saying that to butter you up. I mean, I'm saying it just because it's great music that you're putting out. Your attitude is wonderful, and you're just super duper talented. And if anybody should and can have a chance at making it, it's got to be you.
Well, thank you. I so appreciate that. And
well, you
did butter me up, so hey.
Whatever.
No, it's a pleasure to be on the show, and I've had an amazing time talking with you and Martin and JP, and I believe Nicole's joining us now too.
Yeah,
and
Nicole's in the chat. She says that she loves your music as well. So
awesome. Thank you so much, Nicole.
And Nicole said she wobbled me when she came in. That stands for working on being awesome. So it's good to see her. Oh, but speaking of that, you have to send me a dorky picture of yourself. I do. Yep, it's non-negotiable. Okay. Non-negotiable, you have to do it.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
And if Evan wants to slip one over to me, too, that's fine.
Oh, that's not hard for him.
Okay. Well, when we say dorky, it's really a term of endearment. It just means it's okay to be yourself. And,
Absolutely. No, we're dorks on the regular.
Good. Then you'll